About 2 weeks ago, there was a massive car chase that ABC News recorded live. We're going to get right into it.
David, we were up over in Knott's Berry Farm, looked out the window.
I just want to say real quick, you literally, it sounds like an Xbox 360 microphone. It's like,
hello everybody, today we're here with James from ABC News.
I don't understand how they peak the microphone so much.
And what do you have? Another pursuit. This is eastbound 91 freeway, just past the 5 freeway. Unclear which agency is pursuing this vehicle. Right now, he's going so fast, there's nobody right behind him. But very erratic driving, getting off of the 91 freeway. It's a black Honda Civic.
One big thing I noticed about British or like American cars is that in some states, they don't have to have the license plate on the front, which I find really weird. Like in the UK, it's like not seen like that at all. Like every car has the license plate on the front of it.
And apparently, this was an attempted traffic stop. As I mentioned, unclear which agency and who is pursuing here. Driving is very dangerous, very erratic and aggressive.
Erratic and aggressive tactics as he slowly pulls by like the other car. Like I've seen so many videos of that. It's not like the guy makes it sound like he's out there murdering people on the lawn already, but like no, it's just him trying to get past the car. Like he's trying to feed through.
Tactics as he tries to thread the needle here, squeezing through these two cars at a red light. You can see some front end damage.
Bro, all you know is going on in that car's mind is just like
he's pulling over.
So this is what he tries to get out. He tries to get out and like jam this car, right?
There goes the driver's side door opening up, and now
this is the first GTA 5
getting
attempt.
in the vehicle.
This is like your raise from 2 stars to
very agitated,
like 5 stars.
In a rush to get away from that vehicle. Yeah, he's breaking into the pickup truck.
My question is how we already have like the feed, right? We were Sky Map 7, basically Sky News. They are already recording him like live. Like there are already police on his tail. I don't understand how he has time to jack a car at this point. He's that far ahead of everyone that he's jacking a car and he has time to do that. It doesn't work and he's like, ah shit, don't matter. I'm going back. That was a side quest.
To get away in that original pursuit vehicle.
At this point, we're pretty low key, but it ramps up. And it gets a little bit worse. By the way, I just want to say, we do not have these long roads. Like, if you're in a residential area in England, you know that it is not this long. It is literally, like, weaves of in and out. You are going through multiple different, like, little small areas, which the road ends. And, like, but in America, they've got these, like, such row-esque, like, houses. And, like, everything's got so much space in between it. And in England, that's not the case at all. This guy's just bombing down a road. Like, you can't do this in England next to houses. Like, it literally is, like, there's no main roads like that.
Gotta wonder right off the bat whether this vehicle belongs to him, of the fact that it might be running out of gas. So if the gas is low,
he parks it in there like that fucking matters when you're escaping from the police. Now he's parking it in a parking spot
once again. Really trying to get rid of this vehicle, and now running through this subdivision here. We'll try and get across here. It looks like it's going to be North Schooner Lane as he runs through these townhomes.
Scooter Lane.
Looks like he's coming up on another couple of cars parked here, trying to break in to the van. He finds an open door in that white van, and now you can see the black and whites pulling up right behind him.
See, what I don't understand about this, right, is that this police car doesn't, like, push into the car, right? He doesn't. I understand it's someone else's property, so maybe not, like, from a legal perspective, would it be a good idea to, like, hit into someone's car that isn't his? But the guy doesn't even go to the point where he covers the guy's exit. Like, he literally brings up the car, and then he pulls back a little bit, and this guy has so much wiggle room. The police car should not have given this guy any wiggle room compared to what he did.
He's inside the car, likely trying to hotwire it at this point. They have their eyes on him. They're just waiting for backup at this point. And just look at this! Look at this!
And this is the wiggle room. This is where the wiggle room comes in.
That is Fullerton Police. Fullerton Police.
Then he pushes in, right? He pushes
him in. Look at this.
When he pushes
look
back,
at violently into reverse, ramming right into that Fullerton Police Department vehicle.
He absolutely butchers this police car. Look.
This is very dangerous. Obviously, that officer has no choice but to use force if his life is in danger on the suspect's
this guy is literally
rear flank. So now,
what makes no sense to me is that the guy doesn't shoot the tire out. Like this guy, like this police officer has the perfect moment here to disable this vehicle from going anywhere worse. This car, it's not going to drive in you if you know how to navigate where you're going. Like, this guy could have run across the street and from that perspective seen the wheels and been able to shoot them out. I understand in America there's this kind of idea that everyone could have a gun. It's not something you think about as a British person all the time. It's going to take time for that, whereas in this scenario, you're not going to be putting yourself in direct line of sight with him. It's a very long car. You could technically shoot those tires out even from where he's standing. Maybe not very easily, but he could do it. And disable this vehicle before this situation gets worse. But no, the situation gets worse.
Now, two officers, not sure if they both came from that same patrol car, but I only see those two officers on foot. And he is just going back and forth. Now he's created some room to escape.
And he manages
here,
to get out. And what he ends up doing is he ends up getting in the way. He manages to run away beforehand, right? But he ends up standing where the person comes out anyway.
Gonna probably try and ram in again or do a four-point turn
he's doing a
and turn it around. He's got to turn it all the way around without hitting that tree, and he may have a couple minutes to do it here. Because
he doesn't need minutes. He's like on the 22nd mark.
They really don't have many options.
See, he's already there, right?
Here comes backup. Head to head.
This is the first collection.
A head-on situation almost with that patrol car.
That's where it gets scary. He
out of the
gets
vehicle,
out the car.
And now
that officer had gone the other way. Oh my god, he would have been absolutely totaled.
More officers race into this neighborhood. Look at this. What is he going to do here? Around all of those black and whites.
He goes around. He's Neo-Tokyoing it.
Fullerton police officers.
He drifts out.
They're now going to try and turn around with him. Look at this. Look at what
and he's on the road. This is chapter 2, baby. Keep in mind, please take my commentary as a pinch of salt. People did very much get hurt during this scenario, and my sympathies go out for all of them.
Wild scene in that parking lot. We now have
and the chat on YouTube
on our hands here
goes absolutely wild during this.
And now racing down Coronet Avenue at Maple Street. Once again, a dangerous situation on the hands of Fullerton police here. To engage with those cops like that, attempted assault on. Look at this, ramming past all of this traffic here as he tries to get back on the freeway. It looks like he's trying to get back on the 91 freeway. It is a desperate suspect behind the wheel here, and obviously, very, very dangerous.
The thing is with this guy, he doesn't do this near the end because he gets very, very desperate. But in the beginning, at least, he makes the effort to keep away from cars. Like, he has a very dramatic, erratic driving state, I agree. But he tries to weave in and out. And only does he deal damage when he's stuck. Like, when he's stuck. That's only when he deals damage. He doesn't, he's not going out of his way trying to hit cars or anything on purpose. He's trying to escape. That's not his, plan.
In the oncoming lanes of traffic, there's Anaheim
we got the
PD
police helicopter.
They are directly
This solid 4 stars right now. That's
likely,
he's managed to escape the police.
CHP,
it's
right
a 4-star situation.
Parking lot,
Here we go. You have these boxes in America where all the lanes connect together in just one square, and it's so weird how that's set up because in this country we here mainly have roundabouts. Yours is quicker, but it's a lot less safer. I think a lot of the American ideal of development and stuff is the efficiency, and I think that's very much built into the car industry in your country. But the thing with that is it's very deadly. You can see, if someone just decides, oh, fuck the red light, goes along, and the other guy's coming along, it is a straight collision instantly. And it's so scary. I don't know if I could drive in your guys' roads, honestly. Now, this car must have been low on fuel or something because he came off the main highway. I think he would have stayed on the highway if he had, longer... a lot more fuel.
Yeah, very fearful, very agitated driver behind the wheel here. It all started as a failed traffic stop, refusing to pull over, and the pursuit is on once again. But right now, as we've been saying, no law enforcement able to keep up with him just yet.
There's new rules they implemented where this happened in California, I'm pretty sure. They implemented ways of driving and chasing to basically essentially make it so that the guy just has to chuck himself out. But the issue with the chugging yourself out ordeal and not doing anything slightly aggressive when it needs to happen is that you endanger so many people's lives. One big thing to take away from this chase is that parts of aggression could have really helped. Like the guy shooting the tire out when he first started. It literally would have stopped that guy from being able to leave that area. I feel like when you're waiting for backup in a lot of these situations that are low risk, you should take more of the low-risk situations instead of waiting for backup, because waiting for backup can turn a low-risk situation into a high-risk situation.
He's going to come out on Rosecrans Avenue, going the wrong way.
He's driving the wrong way.
Rosecrans.
That's scary as shit.
Oh, my goodness. Look at this.
I feel like he's trying to speed run the residential area. Like he's taking all the speed runner cuts. This is a guide to speed running American roads.
another
Tries to take another
crazy
shortcut
turn
here.
there onto a surface street into a parking spot.
Another parking
for
spot.
no reason
For
whatsoever.
literally
Just
no reason.
Impossible to set up for a spike. Look at this.
And he goes and does it again. This time he does an epic
Off-roading,
drift though.
trying to get around traffic. Yeah, almost
this
slammed
corner.
into that tree. Now, look at this.
Ooh, see, that could have very
fishtailing through
much-
the parking
that
lot,
very much could have gone
drifting
south
through
for
an
him.
empty warehouse parking lot.
So roughly a couple of minutes after this fishtail, he goes up the road. Then he starts to get an issue with his tire because he's been fishtailing so much. This tire is probably very hot. This tire is gonna get very hot and it's probably exploded. And as you can see right here, it does actually go off.
Now
It
he's going to
flies
have
off
even
on it.
more trouble maintaining control of this vehicle.
Now
as
he's
he
on the free
continues northbound
tires.
on Marcourt Avenue, right along the wash here. There's a golf course off of the nose, but we are in a commercial area. It's going to turn into a more residential street if he continues, but there is a black and white now behind him. Still Fullerton. It's Fullerton PD. Fullerton PD back in pursuit, guys.
Back in pursuit, guys. They're back in the game. They made it to the chapter 2. This is just where it full goes.
Yeah,
like
we're in the
stops.
Norwalk area, I think, now as he comes up. Well, no, he's not in Norwalk yet, but look at this.
Creates a trail.
He's going through that.
You know, when I first saw this, you know the scooters that when you used to press down on the end, they create sparks? Like, you've seen the scooters, right? The Razor ones. This vehicle is just a massive Razor scooter right now.
Without any tire on that left rear wheel, almost struck several vehicles.
I just want to say, I don't understand how the hell he managed to get out. He goes through the petrol station, metal on the back of his car, spraying off all this, like, incendiary. That's like, oh my god, that's basically like a Michael Bay movie waiting to happen.
Miracle nobody's gotten hurt yet, but you can see he is really
And this is where he
in
gets
a jam
stuck.
now. Lots of traffic.
So this is a very good situation to show where he has to, in his mind, push through. It's Jesus, man.
All of these cars here.
Yeah, and he gets stuck, and
He's-
obviously the
it's
police gives
not
enough time
moving.
for
He's
the police
stuck.
car to catch
Now
him.
he's stuck. It looked like he's stuck.
This is where you think the police chase would end. But no. And now this is a situation, once again, where we have a chance pop up for the police to end this situation. The risk is a little bit higher now.
Sparks flying, and that officer right there.
Yeah, I
has
would
to
not want to
treat
get
this
out of the
with
car.
Kid glove
Exactly.
care, and likely going to have to step away from his vehicle because we already seen him put in a
That vehicle could very much go off on him. And then his car's right next to it too.
reverse once and ram into
He
that
manages to get
other
out, though.
patrol car. Right now, he's trying to go forward.
What surprises me is how on earth he gets away from this without being caught. And a lot of it, I think, is due to the smoke.
Yeah,
which is fucking
this
insane,
is
by
likely
the
to
way.
start a fire. You can see those rims are starting to glow. There's certainly more on the way over here. Right now, if we widen it just a little bit, we can confirm just that one black and white. Just the one black and white. We're at Placid Drive, northbound Carmenita Road, and he is now stranded here. We'll see how this officer deals with this. You've got to at least wonder whether
Yeah,
that's
and then it
going
starts
through his
smoking.
mind.
Then he's like, okay,
probably
the
not
car
aware.
is
Well,
fucked.
now
He
he's
sees
aware.
this.
I was going to say he might not even be aware that his wheel's on fire, but certainly he's aware of the fire under the hood. More pieces flying out there as this vehicle is.
And now, as you can see there, the window is starting to smoke up. This vehicle is a death trap at this point. Yeah, that's a scary situation to be in. And this, once again, this police officer is holding this angle. He's holding this door. But there's not even a single moment of him checking the other door. Like, he doesn't break line of sight even once to check the other side.
Thinking it came
Makes
from
no
the.
sense
Well,
to
it
me.
could be because I mean, where else would that smoke be coming from? But I don't think any shots have been fired yet, so that probably is not the case. But that wheel, that left rear wheel, is also creating some metal as well. So it could have come from the rear, but now I've got to wonder if that transmission is just reached its limit, and that's what's producing the smoke here. Not sure, but in any event, it has overheated. And it looks like the vehicle is now disabled. Additional units now pulling into position here.
And once again, we now have 3 cars on the one side of the vehicle, all pointing to the same door.
So some backup from CHP. And Fullerton PD as he...
And he notices this, and if he had waited any longer, I'm pretty sure he would have been stuffed in this situation. If he had waited any longer. But he chooses the perfect time to
gets
get
out of the vehicle, crawls
And he
out
starts
of the
running.
passenger...
And at
window,
this point,
and is now running for it northbound Carmenita Road. Running up northbound Carmenita.
Don't notice. One guy on his own makes sense. Don't attack, right? Don't be aggressive. It makes sense. But now you have 4 people on the scene. You have multiple people on the scene. You've got your backup. This is the time to be aggressive with it. This is the time to have some form of aggression, okay? Because without aggression, once again, he slips away. And this is the second level where it's like, okay, you now the situation's going to go to a higher level of elevation, which we're about to see.
Make several desperate attempts to hijack
it gets even
other
worse
vehicles.
now.
We will see what he decides to do here. Lots of folks getting home here in Fullerton, or here in the La Mirada area. They are pursuing him on foot, but I can't confirm that from my vantage point. Here comes another officer in the opposite direction, and he's now run into a residential alleyway here. Oh no, he's now on private property. You saw that it looked like a woman next to her home here. He's now in the backyard, and he's going to hide out here along Leffingwell Road. And jumping fences. He's jumping.
The in-time editing is insane. They've got the blue circles.
Several dogs barking. He's now going through that sliding glass door, making his way into the home. Somebody appears to be, it might even be a homeowner, not sure. No information, but here comes somebody running out the front. Look at this.
2 other people behind him, right?
Inside the house, a family home, and now we're going to come around the front here. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Look at this. He's in the truck. He's in the truck. He's in the truck. He just got in that truck. There's a dog on.
I realized, there's a dog underneath. I was about to say.
To that truck.
There's a dog under the truck. The dog gets out of the truck.
He just stole the. Oh my god! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness!
Even the American presenter's like, oh my goodness! Oh my gosh! Like it's There's the guy had a knife. If we replay that real quick, one of the guys was flipping around her life like that, and the other person thankfully was holding them back because your car is not worth a felony.
Oh my goodness!
And this is arc number 3, everybody. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to arc number 3. And arc number 3 is a very long arc. As you can see, it's been 23 minutes, and things have kind of pushed. The tensions have been raised a little bit. You know what I mean? We've gone up from like a low risk situation to a medium risk, and now we're at high risk situation. This guy has taken a 3rd car. It's a high risk situation. We need to get this guy off the road, and it takes them an extra 40 minutes to do this, and we're gonna see how it goes.
This is incredible. This is incredible.
It's kind of wild.
Unbelievable.
The producer can't believe that he's gotten away with
I cannot believe what we are witnessing, guys.
Exactly.
They are going to have to get creative here because this person is look at this. Just ramming into cars, additional bumpers flying off of that other vehicle. I want to say westbound. Is that? Can we put the compass?
It's quite a heavy-duty car
too.
Yeah,
westbound
like
Leffingwell. If you live in this area or have any idea where we are here, if you are looking at us, you need to stay inside. No problem going the wrong way against traffic, 75 miles per hour on Los Nietos Road. But maybe he's just looking for an opportunity to hide out, and you have to.
And he quietens down during this scenario. Like, he has enough time to get away, so he tries to quieten down and maybe find a place to hide. But the entire time, the police helicopters lose him, the police cars lose him, but the Sky Map 7 helicopter is on this guy like a fucking hawk. They do not lose this guy for 1 second. The police department needs to hire the news people for their work, because clearly the camera operators are too experienced to do chases.
Madman behind the wheel like this, anything is possible. We've already seen it, and you can see that night sun coming on. Compliments of the Anaheim Police Department. Angel One right overhead.
And this is when he starts picking up again, because he realizes that he is.
Was LA County's helicopter. So now 2 law enforcement helicopters following.
Now, I think in this scenario, it probably would have been better to actually not put the light on him. All this is going to do is agitate the driver, and he's going to pick up speed again, and you're putting more people in danger.
He's speeding up for sure. He's back on Sorensen.
This is what I mean. This guy, he goes on the main road again. He realizes he's been caught, and he starts speeding up again.
Look at this. He's full speed at the end of Sorensen into a parking lot.
Yes,
and I think this is a shopping center at
this is how we're gonna get out.
the Marketplace Shopping Center at Magnolia Avenue in Hadley. Okay.
So the first situation he gets into, which is kind of very dangerous, is he starts driving in front of a school. At this point, they're trying to keep the sunlight on him, trying to stay where they are. You've got people crossing the road now.
Oh my goodness.
Just inches away.
If he slows down at all, they will close that gap, but every time they do that, he just basically speeds up.
Yeah.
But in any event, he's threading the needle, one lane going, one
insane.
lane coming, southbound Hacienda Road, cars pulling over, make room for him. But thankfully, in this situation, at least you have the lights and sirens from those deputies right behind him. So you have folks naturally pulling over because they hear the emergency sirens behind them. Another residential neighborhood with very narrow streets and a series of deputies now following him into this neighborhood, or at least two. It looks like a dead end. It's a cul-de-sac. This is scary.
This is where you think things are going to end.
They're going to come face to face with the suspect, and you guys know, and our viewers know, what he's capable of in this situation because he's already rammed into several vehicles, including deputy vehicles, and there he is again.
This time he manages to get out,
almost
threads
them,
through
and
five
now,
cars,
man,
five police cars at a dead end.
Right out of the
at a dead
he's
end, he
get
still
right
manages to
out.
drive through it.
He's weaseling his way. He's going to come head-to-head here. He's going to come head-to-head with another sheriff's deputy, and he's just going to go around him. That's the protocol, and you can see they're following protocol. They're pulling over, letting him around. They're not going to box him in. And part of the reason, guys, is because these tactics. Look at this. He's going out of the neighborhood where there are about a half a dozen.
And he still manages to get through. Oh my god. And the crazy thing about this, right, is the fact that if the driver had just gotten out on the other side, that could have been a full-on head-on collision for that driver. Oh my god, some of these passengers have to be so scared.
Again, just missing them. Unbelievable. There's
Look how many cars there are
black and whites. A sea of orcas trying to keep up with him, and they just have nothing, no tools at their disposal at the moment to get him off the road. I can tell.
What makes no sense to me is the fact why there wasn't a spike trap set up at any point in time.
Just told that he is facing now 3 charges of ADWs,
Ooh.
assault with a deadly weapon on a law enforcement officer. It is. He's backtracking on that same windy road.
Yeah, and the same windy road and he's got orcas all over him. Now he manages to get back through this road. Okay, it's quite impressive that he manages to stay all the way on through this road.
Oh, man.
And he ends up coming back through it again.
I just cannot keep up with this guy. He is more sparks.
And the car, the car's starting to give away now at this point. Like, it's been, he's gone through all of this. The orcas are after him. Like, it has been a long fucking ride, but finally this car is giving it away. This car does not want any more of this business. This guy is playing Burnout Underground with this Jeep right now. Look at it, look at it. He's playing Burnout Underground. He's got no boost left. Going down this road, police all after him.
You're starting to get a better idea of how much law enforcement is dedicated to getting this guy off the road. There's about a dozen units behind him.
This is where it starts getting really
serious. We just saw another half dozen in front of him in the opposite lanes, and now he is continuing at a high rate of speed on a straightaway portion of Hacienda Boulevard, coming up on Colima Road once again if he decides to get back. Look at that. He's losing that rim.
That's scary.
He's on borrowed time with this truck.
Borrowed time.
It's a barely maneuvering. You see, we're very fortunate that he's on a straightaway section of street here, but if he has to make any tight turns at any speed, it's going to be very difficult for him. But at the very least, you're going to start to see that wheel come apart, and eventually the axle won't be able to turn. But that's obviously a heavy-duty truck. It's built for all kinds of situations, and these are not easy to break down, but you can see he's definitely testing the limits of this truck, and now without that front left tire, it's only a matter of time. Now those deputies have fallen back once again because he's blowing through these red lights, continuing at a high rate of speed, 70 miles per hour, now under the freeway. That, I believe, was the 605.
Oh, the tire.
The 60, excuse me. Crashing into a Jeep, crashing into another vehicle here.
And he still manages to go on from that. So, and this is where, you can see, let's just watch that real quick again. This looks like something out of a movie. There's about 3 to 4 seconds of break time there, luckily. But that could have been so much worse. Oh my god, if he hadn't stopped.
Crashing into another vehicle here, and
but he just keeps on going.
and wiping him out off the road.
I don't understand how on earth he manages to get
Took
through
out
that.
another vehicle, rammed into him, heavy damage. I hope that person's okay. Up on the curb, and now he's trying. Look at this again, ramming into
Fucking
more cars and
ridiculous.
trucks.
Jesus. And now the full-on axle's gone. Both the wheels have gone in the front. It's all popped. This is the end of the journey. There's no way.
Head on, head on, head on. Unbelievable. Head on with another.
And then on the end of it, the car, the back rails pushes into him. We've gone from like conservative to now this aggressive act they are done. This is the worst time to be aggressive. His front wheels are popped out now. There's not anything he can do at this point. You're putting the driver in front at some serious position of danger here.
Car, and here comes not even a pit maneuver, but they rammed into him from behind.
And he is so lucky because he could have gone straight into that. The guy literally nudged him into a petrol station.
Folks getting gas at the corner of Gale and Hacienda into a gas pump, and now he's going to try and get out probably, but he's going to put it in reverse, back in reverse towards that deputy. Look at this, ramming into the front end. They're shooting at him. They're shooting. We're going to wind down.
And now they're not taking their chances. They're shooting at him. This is the point where they should be shooting down the wheels. I hope someone shot the wheels. Look how many cars there are.
Out, and they are now firing
Look how many
into
cars
the cab of
there
that pickup
are.
truck. Unbelievable.
This is ridiculous.
They are using force. Deadly force is being employed at this moment to try and stop this madness in the middle. They are stopped. They have stopped. The wheel is off. That front left wheel is off.
Yeah, it looks like the back one
is
is
it still going?
They're handcuffing
Still
some guy in the back
wheel is
there.
off.
I don't know if you see that. In the back, top right, they're handcuffing some guy. I don't know why on earth they're handcuffing. Maybe just fire in the moment they're handcuffing the wrong person, but Jesus, man.
Is it still going?
First they ram him into him, and now they're handcuffing him in the back.
What's on the gas?
Clearly it's not that guy. It's the other driver.
Unbelievable. Bullets flying through that truck, and now we'll see as they surround the vehicle, and you can see he's still gassing it, creating a lot more smoke.
Yeah, a lot more smoke.
The vehicle's
Trying to
not
get
going
out
anywhere.
once
It's
again.
completely disabled.
Here we get the back out zoom of all the cars. Look how many cars there are. Look how many police cars. We have 30 plus police cars in one road on one car. That's how much this situation escalated.
Bewildering.
Here they
But in
start
any
to
event,
push
here
in.
comes an arrest team. They're going to approach with shields up, guns drawn, and they've got tactical tools at their disposal if they face any resistance.
After all that mystery.
Wow. Stepping out of the vehicle. Whoa. Whoa.
They got him
What in the world?
And of course he's wearing a Cowboys. He's wearing a Cowboys hoodie. There's a lot to say about what we just viewed. A big partial part of it is the aggression side of things. I've gone through this topic many times through this recording. This is a great example of what inaction does at the beginning and what it leads to. I do sympathize with the police and the way they tried to handle the situation, and it finally got dealt with. There were so many things that could have been handled differently. But obviously, at the same time, you're dealing with a variable which is just, you don't know where it's going to go, left, right, and sideways. So it's also insane to me that it went on for so long, that he managed to even do that and go through 3 cars. It genuinely is like a GTA scene. The fact that nobody got hurt when there's 30 police cars on one car is a genuine miracle. Either way, I'll see you guys in the next one. This was a wild fucking ride. That's for sure.